Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be reviewing all the brand new Season 3 reward players dropping today in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. So, today's drop includes all of the Season 3 cards in addition to the 25th anniversary cards, which include guys like Russell Westbrook, Luol Deng, and Rudy Gay. And obviously, we will skip those, and I'm going to do a whole nother video on the 25th anniversary set players that are dropping. But there are also a ton of individual 25th anniversary reward players, some new pink diamond cards, Allen Iverson, as well as a couple of collector level players. So a lot of new reward players available in Season 3 that we're going to be going over in today's video. Before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 15,000 subscriber mark on the, 16,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I'm uploading every single day, and we'd really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's start off with these low tier cards. Giannis, he gets an Evo. We don't know what the Evo even looks like yet, but I think he gets an Evo. I'm not sure how high it'll Evo him, but he's not going to be good. Most of these cards are not going to be good, at least the very low tier ones. We're going to skip through all the lower tier. It's Eric Gordon. 68 speed at shooting guard, can't defend, 50 driving dunk. Obviously awful. We knew that all the super low overall cards are going to be awful. Honestly, I could probably skip through all the low overall cards. DeRozan won't be able to shoot threes. Tony Roten, 78 speed, 67 three balls, 75 driving dunk, no badges. Not going to do it. Simbalar is Still 25 speed, 25 three ball. This is just worse, just a worse version of the 79 overall Simbalar. So that card's terrible too. I could pretty much skip all the golds, I think, and there would be no issues. Like, none of these golds are cards that anybody is ever going to use. I know Zach LaVine has an Evo as well, so maybe at some point somebody would consider that. But he already has an Amethyst card, and the Evo doesn't take him that high. I don't know how high the Evos take him, but regardless, point being, none of these golds are exciting or interesting at all when it comes to it. I'm not even going to go through each of the gold cards. We'll look at Tyreek Evans, I guess, just because he's got a new card. 84 speed. Can't shoot, though. No badges. It's just the golds are never going to be viable. I think we know that. Now, we can go through the emeralds, and the emeralds are all level up cards with the exception of Bol Bol and Taco Fall, I do believe. I think the rest of them are all the emerald versions. Arvydas Sabonis is a 25 speed, 54 three ball emerald, though. He's not good. We'll skip him. A lot of these level up cards are just terrible. Luke Walton is 79 speed, 75 three ball, not complete at all badge wise. Also a pretty bad card. Ben Gordon, he can't play point guard, and he's a 6'3" player. His stats are bad. He's not good either. None of these cards are even looking like good salary cap cards, to be honest. Yeah, Josh Smith has 6'9" speed, 57 three ball. That is not going to get the job done at the power forward position, especially that low of a three ball rating. Damon Stoudemire has 94 speed, 94 excel, 84 shot three. This is the first halfway interesting one. He's got decent shooting badges as well. This is the first halfway interesting budget card that I've seen, but he's 5'10". That's not going to get the job done. He doesn't have any complete enough badges there at 5'10" to be a justifiable card, but he's the first one with that halfway decent stats. Wilson Chandler, 83 overall, 80 speed, 83 three ball, some shooting badges. Defensively, he's not there though. I mean, the defensive stats are pretty good, or badges are pretty good, but the stats aren't there. 75 driving dunk though. This card is the best we've seen so far, for sure. I will say that. Well, that Emerald Wilson Chandler isn't awful because he actually does have decent defensive badges. DeMar DeRozan, the 83 overall version apparently, still stinks. So there you go. That's all I'll say about that. Danny Granger is now a Sapphire, 77 speed, 70 excel, 82 shot three. Overall card is pretty bad though. All these cards are bad, bro. These level up rewards are absolutely atrocious. I'm not gonna lie. Del Curry is a pure shooter, but he's got 72 speed. Not a good card. Good offline card, I'm sure, but overall as a card, not a card I'm very excited about. Yao and Ben are in the actual set, so we'll talk about that set later. Gerald Green getting an emerald shooting guard. This is actually probably a pretty good card. 85 speed, 82 excel, 84 shot three, 96 driving dunk. Elite finishing badges, good shooting badges, playmaking badges are okay. He doesn't really have much defense though. But he's a 6'7" shooting guard. He's actually a pretty versatile card. So I will say, Gerald Green, looking like one of the better offensive, at least, cards that we've seen so far out of these level up rewards. I'm almost tempted to skip these cards. Shaq, 25 speed, 25 three ball. What's the point? Like, nobody's using that card. Even when he gets evoed up to, I think he can go to Ruby or whatever. But nobody's using Ruby Shaq. I don't understand that. Mitch Richmond is an 81 speed shooter. His Amethyst is actually pretty similar statistically to this one, to be fair. It's basically honestly pretty close to an Amethyst clone for a Sapphire that you can get with that Mitch Richmond, but he's not a very good card. Zach LaVine's final Evo is a Sapphire. 80 speed, 81 three ball. All he's good at is dunking. That card's not very good either. These cards stink. Steph Curry, 82 speed, 85 three ball. I mean, I guess it's another budget Steph version. It's like better than the Sapphire, maybe. Slightly better than the Sapphire anyway. For a budget Steph that you can use, like if you're offline grinding and stuff, that card will be great. Ricky Davis. Fingers crossed. 85 speed, 84 three ball, 85 driving dunk. Offensive badges are very, very good. Defensively, he is not there. He is not elite, but Seth Base, Oscar Upper, at least they gave him the elite level release. SIGs are terrible right now, but I assume those will probably get changed if he ever gets a high overall card. But Ricky Davis is one of those guys that him getting a card is a good sign, and that he has the elite release that he had last year as well. That's also a good sign, so hopefully that will continue. This Ivica Zubac, I'm pretty sure, is the token reward, the token Ruby. 7 foot with a 7'3" wingspan, can't shoot a 3 at all. Again, very bad card. These rewards, for the most part, are terrible. Tim Thomas is in the packs. We'll get to him later. He's in the packs, so we're not going to talk about that card. Matt Harpring, a 6'7", 6'10" wingspan, slow shooting guard, though. Really good shooter, but that's it. Not a very good card there either. Gerald Wallace could be decent. He's a 6'7", 3-and-D shooting guard. Really great defensive shooting guard. Playmaking badges are okay, but no speed booster. Good slasher. Not a great shooter, but good enough. This card, elite level slasher who's fast and defends his butt off. Super versatile defender. Oh, never mind. Gerald Wallace is also in the sets. That makes a lot of sense. That's why he's so much better than all the other rubies we looked at. It's because he's a viable card. Andrea Bargnani has 27 speed, so even as a ruby, that's unusable. Kevin Martin, what's wrong with this card? He can't defend at all, so unusable. Next card is Shaq, who is an inside center, 35 speed for some reason as well, also unusable. Man, we're getting to the point where we're starting to run out of the cards, and they're still, like, bad. Amethyst Rip Hamilton is a 3-and-D, but not a great D. He's not fast. He's not very good either. Wow, these cards are terrible. Terrence Ross might be decent. No, he's only got 79 speed. He's not a defender either. He's a great slasher, but that's about it. They are not souping up these rewards at all. These cards are awful. Jeff Teague is another token reward, I think. Or maybe no, I think he might be a mode reward. No, I think he might be token. I'm not sure. He's one of the two. 6'3", 6'7" wingspan, 93 speed, 93 excel, 81 shot 3, 86 perimeter, 88 lateral, 75 driving dunk. Hoff blowby and speed booster is phenomenal. Defensive badge is actually pretty good on this card. For a motor award, he's a pretty good dunker as well. Does have some good finishing badges. This card's actually pretty solid. Like, Jeff Teague is not a bad card at all. Wherever you get this card, he's not a bad option. Outside of Jeff Teague, we got a few more to look at. Eddie Jones and Steve Nash are the last of the Amethysts for leveling up. 86 speed, 80 excel, 84 three ball, 80 driving dunk, 85 perimeter, 86 lateral. This card is basically just a better version of the Sapphire, but I actually really like the Sapphire as a top budget card, so I actually think this Eddie Jones card is really, really solid. I think he's pretty decent for an Amethyst. I think he's going to be a good card. And then we have Steve Nash, who's not going to be a good card. 80 speed, 80 excel, 88 shot 3, 82 perimeter. No defensive badges. That's just not going to get the job done. Not a very good card. Now, we have all the mode rewards. Hopefully they're decent. DeAndre Jordan, 6'11", 7'6" wingspan, 75 speed, cannot shoot a 3 to save his life. He's just a worse Wilt, worse Dwight, worse Shaq. Not a very good card. Jamal Mashburn, 6'8", 6'11" wingspan at small forward, 86 speed, 86 excel, 87 shot 3, 85 standing and 80 driving dunk. Defensively, he's decent. Doesn't have the perimeter badges, though. He's not really going to be best at power forward. Honestly, again, probably stay away, to be completely honest, in terms of guys who are actually going to make your lineup. Austin Carr is 6'4" shooting guard, so that puts him at a disadvantage to start with. Release-wise, I mean, it better be a good release. He doesn't have speed booster. He doesn't have the key defensive badges he needs. Another card is just not very good. I'm going to be honest. We are 0-3 on the motor rewards so far. Jason Terry is going to be 0-4 already, but at least he's fast and an elite shooter. He can't dunk and he can't defend, but he can shot create and he can shoot. Probably a decently fun card, but overall not a very good one whatsoever. Wow, these cards are just not very good. Artis Gilmore's tall, but he can't shoot. He's 57 speed, 34 three ball, 7'2", but he doesn't hold a candle to a guy like Kareem or Hakeem or anybody like that. So I don't know. Artis Gilmore again, not my guy. 6'9", 7'4" wingspan for a David West, 80 speed, 80 excel, 82 shot 3. Dunking wise, not great, but defensively he's pretty good. He has gold anchor. He's got the shooting badges. If his release is nice, because he's decently, he's not super athletic, but he's got good finishing badges at least. He's got good speed. If his release is nice, this is a pretty decent card. Not an incredible card, but a pretty decent card. David West is not a bad Amethyst. Rod Harper is 6'6" at point guard. He's a defensive PG. Okay speed, not a great shooter, but he should be able to hit wide open, and he can dunk the ball okay. Defensively is where the card is going to shine. Hoff Challenger and Clamps, very, very versatile defender. Good on the interior as well. Very big. Obviously, at point guard 6'6", he's going to have a good player build. Playmaking badges are pretty good, although no speed booster. I mean, there are better PGs than this Ron Harper card, but he's a pretty good card. And the fact that he can defend as well as he can gives him a lot of viability and a lot of usability. Ron Harper's not a bad card. And then Otis Thorpe, Hakeem teammate, actually. 6'10", 7'1" wingspan, 83 speed, 73 ball. Good interior badges on both ends of the court, although he does not have anchor. He's a decent, pretty good dunker, though, I will say. That, shooting-wise, can hit a wide-open three, and he's a good rebounder. Gary Trent's release is not a release that I love, though. Again, just mid. The motor rewards are all mid. All these rewards are mid, to be honest. Like, I've seen very few of them that I actually think are very good cards. 6'6", 6'9" wingspan for Doug Christie. Pure 3-and-D, 89 speed, 84 3 ball. He can speed burst. He can attack pretty well, and then defensively, he's very, very good, very versatile. Elite level defender. Playmaking wise, not quite where you'd like him to be. Shooting badge wise, okay, not great. Finishing badge is not elite. This is another 3-and-D. He's just not a shot creator. You're going to struggle to create with him, but defensively, he's going to be great, and he's going to be a decent card just based off of that. Last couple of cards are Monte Ellis, Glenn Rice, Amari Stoudemire, and then the collector level rewards, and then the top tier cards. Monte Ellis has 95 speed, 82 3 ball, 80 driving dunk. Can't defend. Hoff playmaking badges, including ankle breaker handles, fidesz, and speed booster, are nice, but doesn't have the overall completion or completeness that we need. I don't think this Book Knight base is actually very good either. No, it's not. It's the Drazen Petrovic release. That release stinks. Monte is terrible as well. Wow, these cards are so bad. Glenn Rice, 81 speed, elite shooter, doesn't defend, he's got okay-ish defensive badges, I guess, but doesn't really play make or defend at a very high level. He's an okay slasher, but nothing special. High enough ball handle, the timing burst at least, but I don't see these SIGs as looking particularly special. Gotta be honest, another very, very mediocre card. And then Amari Stoudemire. He's fast, big, athletic power forward. Dunked the ball really well. Finishing wise, he's pretty good. No anchor though. Defensive badges aren't special. Shooting badges certainly aren't either. He's very athletic, but overall, as an overall card, I mean, he's just a better Sean Kemp is all he is. He's not a special card at all at the power forward or the center position at this point. Then we got the collector level cards. Bradley Beal, Tony Kukoc, 6'4" with a 6'8" wingspan for Brad Beal at the point guard position. That's actually pretty decent size. I thought Brad Beal was listed at 6'3", so 6'4" is good. But 93 speed, 93 shot 3, 85 driving dunk. Defensively, he's very, very solid actually. Not able to get badge upgrades though is kind of disappointing because that means he can't get clamps and interceptor because the stats are pretty good, but the badges just aren't there. Playmaking wise, he's quite good. He's an elite level shooter and a very, very solid slasher though, although no posterizer or precision dunker is disappointing. Release is going to be very good. Movement is probably going to be okay, not great. We'll see. This card isn't elite for 1,000 cards collected by any means, but he's a fun offensive guard. Like, he definitely is. Tony Kukoc is probably better. 6'11", 7'2", wingspan, 80 speed, 80 excel, 86 shot 3. Dunking-wise, okay. Defensively, okay as well. I lied. This card is not as good as I thought he was either. And he also doesn't have anchor, doesn't have speed booster, doesn't have Agent 3, limitless range, blinders. I mean, mid. Also pretty mid, I'm going to be honest. Wow, these rewards are so lame this season. It is really disappointing that they have not elevated these rewards more than this. Like, they're just not that good. Allen Iverson, 6'6", 3 wingspan. He's tiny. Stats on this card are great, and the badges on this card are pretty good as well, besides the fact that he still does not have clamps. But, I mean, he's 6 foot. He's Allen Iverson. He's going to be fun to card to use. Is he going to be an elite level point guard? Absolutely not. He never is in my team, and that's not going to change this time. Then we have the top rewards, your level 40 and your ultimate reward, as well as now the specialization reward, which is Hakeem. Hakeem is going to be very hard to get. He is not an easy card whatsoever to get, but for getting this card, you get a 7-foot center, 7'3" wingspan, hotspots from both corners, 13 hops, including incredible finishing badges. 2KDB updated badges, by the way. I kind of forgot to mark that down. So that's something to keep in mind as well. So you look at the card, the badges. Now I can switch to the new gen badges. He does have Hoff Immovable Enforcer, Hoff Big Driver, Hoff Bulldozer, Posterizer, Rise Up, things of that nature, Back Down Punisher. I mean, he's a great card statistically. Badge-wise, he can get basically every single badge, I guess, except for the ones that you can't actually manually apply to him. I don't really totally know what that actually is. They're gonna figure out the next gen badge thing, but I think this Hakeem can basically get every single badge. He's not an elite level shooter though. Speed-wise, he's not that much better than Kareem. He's a better shooter than Kareem, but you look at this card and Kareem side by side, and they're very, very similar. Kareem is currently the best center in the game. You look at these two cards together, though. Hakeem has better stats, yes, and is probably noticeably better as a shooter. Is the main area that you're going to notice it. But as a whole, these cards are not that far apart at all, and that's not ideal considering that nobody's going to have this Hakeem card, with the exception of a very few select group of grinders who just do not get off the game. People are not going to have this card for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month at least, most of them. So when you look at this card, Is he going to be better than a Pink Diamond D-Rob? Is he going to be better than a Pink Diamond KP or a Pink Diamond Wimby? And the answer is probably not. So honestly, what that means, I don't think I'm going for Hakeem, personally. I'm going to be honest. I don't think I'm going to be doing it. That is too much of a grind for me. Not worth it. Kevin Garnett, very, very good card as well at power forward. But when you look at this card, compare him to, for example, Giannis. Kind of similarly, I don't think he's that much better. He's a okay shooter. He's very athletic, elite defender. I know his badges are complete. My Giannis has like 26 Hoffs, and like KG's release is not elite. His movement isn't great. Giannis is going to move better than this KG card does. KG can't shot create. KG's best at the center position, honestly, and I mean, he's probably very good at center, at least until we get the D-Rob or the KP, and even then, he's still probably very good, but like, this is an elite level free card. Is he better than my souped up Giannis? I'm not entirely sure. He's probably pretty close. He's a great card. I think I'm more of a fan of this KG card than I was a fan of Hakeem. I think he's a little more versatile, but I also think he's still more of a center. I don't know, man. KG and Hakeem, like, they're good rewards, but with how hard they are to get, they're not on the level of SGA or Brandon Roy for the first 2 seasons. I will say that. They're not definitely the best player at their position right now. I mean, they might be the best player at their position today, but by the time most people are getting these cards in their accounts, they're probably not going to be. Then we have Jimmy. He's the last guy. Jimmy 6'7", 6'8" wingspan, 92 speed, 88 excel, 85 3-ball, 90 driving dunk, 85 interior, 95 perimeter, 95 lateral, 95 steal, 82 block. Elite defender, really capable playmakers, all great playmaking badges, including blow by dime or handles for days hyperdrive, all that type of stuff. Defensively, obviously, he's elite, although he doesn't have anchor. And then finishing badge wise, also very, very solid. Not incredible, but very good. Shooting badges are okay, not great. Those are the weakest area on this card. His Pro Pass version does look like every badge is upgradable. The regular version is not every badge is upgradable. That's how it was with Wilt last season as well. His release is good this year, but his movement is not exceptional. Pro behind the back is good, though I will say a normal leaner as well. This Jimmy card is going to be phenomenal. He is probably the best shooting guard in the game today. Just like I say with Paul George, or just like I said with KG and Hakeem, they're probably the best card in the game at their position today. Will they be the best card in their position in a month? When most people are getting these cards, probably not. I think these Season 3 rewards as a whole are a real letdown because all the lower tier cards suck, with the exception of very few. This is disappointing, but thankfully they patched the gameplay. If the gameplay plays good, I don't care what the rewards are looking like, to be completely honest. I know that's just my opinion, and hopefully there will be more good free stuff throughout the season because I don't think this was quite as rewarding, but at least the gameplay might be fun. Fingers crossed, we'll see. As a whole, these cards are not very good, but the end rewards are still very, very elite. Jimmy, KG, and Hakeem are going to be elite level cards throughout the season. There's no doubt about that. Are they worth going for? That is for you to decide. They're not quite as good rewards as Season 1 and Season 2, though, I will say that. That is good for this video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.